Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a Japanese player today to get started. I really need a different... I don't know, man. One day I'll be able to read these things. One day. But yeah, this one should be pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, barring any mistakes from me, we should be able to get through this pretty straightforward. The upgrades that I've made to Tanaki has made it pretty consistent in terms of her being able to take out this Mer. Except if Makaya is there, the new Makaya, or anything that cancels out my debuffs. But that's why we have this Azura here with her catnip dance to be able to inflict some in-phase debuffs. Is that what it's called? Whatever in between, so that I can actually get some debuffs going and get some extra damage off. The problem here though is that there's a Fallen Maria here, and as you can see, because I'm not quadding, Mer is able to survive and hit the retaliation kill. I could...
Understood.
Originally I had Firestorm Dance on this Azura, but I swapped it out for the catnip.
I'll take them down.
I constantly contemplate going between Wings of Mercy 4 and the Firestorm Dance on Peony, but I really love being able to have Peony move across the map with Wings of Mercy if needs be. So I really, tend to stick with that instead of the Firestorm. But yeah, that's really the only concern right now. And then there's also the traps to try to work around.
Shall we proceed?
But I think I can get around this if I just attack outside of Fallen Maria's range. I don't want to step on the bolt trap. That might be bad for me. Sometimes I forget what the range of this bolt trap is. Yep, but we should be able to get this if I attack from where, if I attack from, what's her face?
Softly now.
There. Yeah, we should be able to get it from there.
Your orders?
So, it's Summer Duels are this week, and I have literally no interest in playing. I'll probably play on, the last day. Try to get one win and then call it quits. Even though I say that, I'm probably still going to try to play all the matches, but I pretty much know that it's just going to be like an Ike Fest. That's pretty much what that game mode boils down to when it's 1v1. It's just, can you kill Ike or can you not kill Ike? That's pretty much what it's going to boil down to, I figure. And
Understood.
I mean, even though we have a ton of units that can counter Ike in the game, it's so specific, the matchups that you have to use, and I just don't want to use them. I like being able to use a wider variety of my barracks, and because Summoner Duels is pretty much meta, you really don't have a lot of options in terms of going variety in that game mode. So I don't know, man. If I were to take it seriously, I'd have to bring Summer Duo Regrin, Leon, maybe Celica, and then I'd definitely bring Baby Robin, but that's too many blues. So it's either Celica or Dual Robin, and because Dual Robin has a dual button, I'd probably go for Baby Robin instead. And then 2 more units. That's a toss-up. I'd probably go for some action, maybe a dance. I really like the new Azura, so I'd probably bring her because of what the map looks like. And then I would need some type of frontline coverage or a save. And looking at the options, it's either bring Mer or
This may be cold.
Ike. And I'm not very confident with my Ike in SDR because he's unmerged. He has no real investments aside from the Goosefriend 4 that I gave to him. So it probably wouldn't be the best option to bring Ike, so I'd probably bring Mer instead. if I was actually going to play seriously. The problem with Myr is that she has that limited mobility, so I'd have to find a way. It would be difficult to get her up into the map without a dancer, so that would probably mean that I'd have to not bring Azura. I'd have to bring someone with warp functionalities or enables warping, and that would probably be Micaiah. Yeah. And that's just such a boring team when you think about it. That team is so boring. But that's what the meta is, man. That's what you have to do to be competitive in that game mode. And I don't actually want to do that. So yeah, I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to chill and then see what happens when we get there. I'm currently watching
You're all right.
Reborn as an Aristocrat. I use my appraisal skill to get the best people, blah, 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 blah. These titles are just getting ridiculously long. Ooh. Alright, we've got a couple more actions here, but I think I might have already messed up here. Is there a way to salvage this?
We cannot be stopped.
Because the plan here is to lock the plan here is to lock Fallen Maria.
Softly now.
But I don't have any more cancel
Give it
left.
your all.
But we can always Wings of Mercy in and then dance if I do it like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to get in, and then with a dance we should be able to pin Fallen Maria. Should work out fine. Alright.
Maybe this way.
Huh? Oh, that's not 50%. Jesus Christ.
I'll take them down.
Oh, I should probably get Wings of Mercy 4 on this peony because I use her like every season. Oh, that's not 50%. Who else has Wings of Mercy 4? No,
Ready.
I don't have any spirit copies.
Your orders?
Or Plumeria either. Does anyone else have it? No.
I'll take them down.
Yeah, this is a loss.
Maybe
Rip.
this
Oh
way.
man.
Your orders?
Hopefully. I'm pretty sure she dies. Yep. Way too much. Alright, that was a big miscalculation on my part. I didn't realize that I was not in warp range. Alright, that's fine. We can play another one. It's okay. I got plenty of ladders. This always happens, man. Okay, here is the second match of the day. We're taking on Louise here. We're gonna go for a little bit of a warp tactic on this one, just to get a quick win with the Edelgard team here. Hopefully we can close this out without too much hassle. Yeah. Like this. And we should be able to get going pretty smoothly. I love the Celica ring on this Golvig because it allows me to just get over these hindrances that are on the map and just warp to exactly where I need to be. But I still need some armor busting capabilities, and that's where the Edelgards come in. It's crazy how far Summer Edelgard has fallen off. I was trying to get her to kill a Micaiah, and she absolutely could not take out that Micaiah. She did like 0 times 4, which is crazy. Red into green. She was doing 0 times 4 against a tuned Micaiah. So yeah, there's that. And let's not even talk about her Nurgle matchup. She does absolutely nothing against Nurgle. So Summer Edelgard has completely fallen off. It's crazy. And Winter Edelgard is actually going that way as well. She struggles now to take out some of the green frontline, the green range nukes that are in the game. A couple of them are just, I don't know how they even are able to do it, but they just are just so bulky. It's the I think it's the dance, the attack debuffs that really just cripple her. And the Nurgle matchup really comes down to how many buffs Nurgle has and whether or not he has Lagoo's Friend 4. If he has Lagoo's Friend 4, the majority of the time she won't be able to take him out unless you give her like a billion buffs. Yeah, it's getting tough out here for Wind Edelgard to keep going, but I'm still able to use this team because most people don't have... well, not most people. There just aren't enough spaces on defense for you to put all the counters that you would need to put on a defense to stop me from doing this. But I think in a couple of months, probably the next month or so, I'm probably going to have to replace Summer Edelgard entirely because she is...
we mustn't get lost.
Yeah, she's really just fallen off completely. I don't know who will go there, but I'm probably going to have to replace her entirely. Might even be for another dancer, who knows? Because if I had a net, well...
Let's swim.
It's hard to replace 3 actions, man. It really is. It's really hard to replace 3 actions. So I don't know who I would put there. But for now, she's still getting the job done. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll just take it from there. But yeah, Summoner Duels, no fun. I'm lying. It is fun. It's just there's no point in playing it if you're just gonna get hard countered by your opponents. And Ike is just so difficult to kill, man. And there's so many things in the game that will prevent you from killing Ike. It's like I don't want to do it, man. It just feels pointless. I'd rather play vanilla SDR or SDS because if I surrender, it means nothing. But yeah, that's just what it is. What do I do here? Take out Peony, do a button, and then go in. I think that's probably the play, and then we don't break any of the structures. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, they're doing nothing here, just standing in the back.
We mustn't get lost.
I've gotten to the point in that time I got reincarnated as a slime where there's no point in me watching the anime because it's just so far off, or they didn't do a good job translating the dialogue into animation. There are some scenes in the anime that you watch them and you're just like, my god, this is boring. And that's not to say that dialogue in anime is always boring. I mean, you have things like Attack on Titan where the dialogue is just the most interesting part of the show at times because there's so much lore being revealed, so much stuff being covered, and I feel like a lot of that could also be done in that time I got regarded as a blah blah. Such a slime, yeah. Such a long title, man. My god. A lot of that could be replicated in the show, but they just did a bad job going about it. It just feels like meeting after meeting, which it kind of is. But also, when you read it in the light novel, it takes on so much more of a life of its own, you know? But GG's. Alright, here is our second match of the day. We're going to try to take out Zakmin? Zach Min, yeah. And this is the first time that you're going to be seeing the Ishtar team. Like I said before, it's incomplete because Yuri is only just here to foul play in position so that I can escape. But the real unit here that I really wanted to test out is this Marth, this Emblem Marth. He is such a fun unit with the Celica ring. The only problem is I just don't have a way to give him... Well, I do have a way to give him Kanta, but I can't fit it onto this team because it's just not possible. It makes it if what he needs is an extra action. If I could, he needs both his special and an extra action. Well, maybe he doesn't need his special. I don't know, but if he could get an extra action so that I could escape with him after I send him in, it would be fantastic because I can do this. He kills pretty much everything, kills most things. But the problem is, if he goes in here and gets stuck, I have no way of getting him out. So ultimately, this is me from the future editing this, and
Clearing a path.
what happened in this match is that I just was not able to initiate properly. It took me a while to set up. You can see that it's turn 4 here, and I made a ton of mistakes, so I ultimately had to go in with Azura, who was able to survive, as you can see there, because really I just wanted to get the defense moving so that I can then on the following turn take out the units that I wanted to take out and then do my thing. But the problem is that I ended up making a mistake in this match that cost me the game pretty much, which was a positional error with Ishtar that I did after I foul played with Yuri. Yuri is just utterly useless aside from his foul play mechanic. I really I needed him to do more. He fell off so quickly in terms of damage output, which is the same. He falls into the category of every other dagger unit that is in the game currently who just do no damage. I don't think there's a dagger unit in the game that actually does damage, like kills things. You can like give them a ton of support and maybe they will, but lethality just takes way too long to it needs.
Give in order.
What Claude does, that's what lethality needs to do. That's what you would need from a dagger unit. They need to be able to hit it more consistently, and it's just so much of a hassle to get the 4 cooldown. It's ridiculous. That would really help Yuri if he was able to hit lethality 4 times, or what am I saying, 2 times. That would really help him out. Not the disarm potent thing where he gets it on the 2nd or 3rd hit. He needs to be able to do it on the 1st hit every time, regardless of skull effects. Lapis here had the Celica ring, so she would have been able to warp to that spot. That's why I didn't break that final flag. No Blue Lions bias or anything. Because she could warp there. If I had broken the flag, it would have been a problem. But from here, Ishtar is able to take out Lapis with a dance. The reason why she needed the dance was because Ishtar was a bit debuffed here. So yeah, as you can see, I can change her A skill to the one that Verge of Death, because she depends so much on her attack and speed that Verge of Death would actually be a huge boon to her. So that is an option. I'm just not ready to commit to that yet, but that is an option. But she is just able to do a ton of damage here. And yeah, the only reason she wasn't able to double is because she was debuffed. Because after I put the dance in, she's able to get the quad off. Now this right here, my placement of Azura here was the beginning of the mistake.
It will be done.
And the plan was just to have Ishtar take out everyone else after I because for right now I only needed to take out Lapis because she has the ring that would allow you to warp, so she needed to go, but I was safe from everyone else. The one with the most range would have been Baby Robin, Dual Robin, but once I took out Lapis, I was free to escape into the corners of the map and the back road. But the problem there, I chose this corner here to swap Ishtar into without realizing that, what's her face? Jeez. One, there's no structure there, which apparently I broke. Was that where the healing tower was? Looks that way. Yeah, what's her face? Oh god, I'm forgetting her name. Kavaser actually threatens that spot, which I did not realize until after I had done it, because I had room to maneuver about. I could have even put Azura 1 down, as you may have seen earlier, and it wouldn't have been a problem. But that spot there that Ishtar is in, she is dead meat. Ishtar, of course, does not have an enemy phase. She's not an enemy phase unit. So yeah, she just gets killed in 1 hit, and 100% my mistake there. Also, it was taken, as you can see, it's turn 5. I would have been able to clear this, but I wouldn't have been able to get the 2nd pot. Because Marth would have killed the armors, and then Ishtar would have taken care of everything else. this is the problem. Yeah, I did not see that. And as you can imagine, that is a problem. So yeah, that was pretty much GG's. Also, Uller just being a smite bot here, you know, what can you do? But I needed 2 mythics, and it is what it is. So yeah, again, getting outsped here because she's getting debuffed, and yeah, there's no way she would have. Well, maybe without the chip damage, without devoted from devoted basket, she would have one-shot. Maybe, but that wasn't the case. And as you can see here, I had enough space to be able to get away, and all I would have to do is have Ishtar take out Hrid, and then Marth would have taken care of. Well, yeah, he would have been able to take care of everything else. And even if Marth couldn't do it, Ishtar would have been able to do it. So bad play on my part. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's it for today, man. GG's.